What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DPL. I'm sure you missed us. I know 12, we weren't there. You were like, where are they at? I gotta see some Pro League due process. It's okay. We're here now. We got you. We missed you too. Me and Boxy, we missed you too. And that being said, I have the one and only Boxy with me here. What's going on, man? How you feeling today?
Hey, I'm doing well. I'm super excited. What's up with you, dude?
I'm good, bro. Listen, I'm still waking up a little bit. I'm hoping to see some crazy plays from GB so that I
Yeah,
can wake the hell up. You were telling me you woke up too just not too long ago, right? But it's hella late for you. My day's just starting.
yeah. It's 9:30 p.m. for me, and I woke up like 2 hours ago. So not something I should be bragging about, but it is what it is. I heard you also partied yesterday, though. You were up super late. So how was that?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Oh man, dude, I had to put some stuff together for another game I was guys. It's
Yeah.
hell. I woke up today at like 12, and I'm like, dude, I need to sleep some more, bro. But it's like, do I really want to? Am I gonna run the risk that I wake up too late? Maybe not. So I just sat there, bro, at the table eating breakfast. I'm
Oh
like, dude.
no.
It's like a 50-50. I'm gambling today. Let's see if this works out. But so far, I'm feeling good. I'm hyped. And that being said, we do have Global Breakout going up against Yaokuza today. So it's definitely going to be a banger. What are your thoughts on the match?
I mean, this matchup happening in lower brackets so early on is mind blowing for me personally.
Mm,
Um, these are both the teams that most people thought we'd see in the grand finals battling it out. It was like most people were saying Global Breakout first, Yakuza second. Some even
mhm.
flipped it around. And one of the teams is going to get knocked out. And we're only on round two of losers bracket here, so that is extremely early on. And on one hand, I love the fact that teams that maybe were underdogs going into the major are doing so well at the moment, but
Mhm.
also losing one of the quote unquote titans so early on just doesn't sit right with me. What do you think?
I honestly, I think you're gonna say it better myself, man, because it's true. I mean, these are some of the like biggest names in the DPL going out, and like, I mean, Global Breakout went out round two, so like that was early on. Gnome's knocking them out of the competition, right? So it's like
Mhm.
that's crazy, that's huge. But it is also gonna be really cool to see just with how much more ferocity these teams are fighting, because it's like you are really on the brink of losing it all here, right? It's like is this maybe the time when we see some new dogs stepping up, some new blood coming into the fight here, trying to, make a name for themselves and be like, we're the top dogs now? Or is it just that they had a bit of a lucky spree and now they're looking to be shut down again? So it's kind of like, it's going to be interesting to see. That being said, though,
I think we're in a game.
I think they are in game, so we're going to go ahead. And yeah, all right, we're going to go ahead and switch it on over. Take a little look here what we've got going on as the match begins, and it's looking to me like we will be starting off on Kill Dome.
Yep, I'm still loading in though. So, oh, there we go. Okay, so we have Global Breakout on attack. We have YY on defense. Maybe just to briefly touch on the players playing. So it's Sachi, Dumsy, Plebdo, Argo, EK, and then Flogel, Sleepy, Photon, Tommy, Coop, and Ghetto. So I think both teams are just kind of sporting their main lineups. There's no real hard subs in there.
Mm,
Obviously when you're playing against possibly your biggest rivals, that makes sense. You want to bring
oh
out the
yeah,
A team.
exactly. Got to bring out the big guns for this one. It's like you got to make it or break it. Well, I was gonna say tonight, but it's really only tonight for you. Today to me, but yeah, we'll find a middle ground this afternoon. There we go. We'll
This
go with this
afternoon.
afternoon.
Okay, sure.
Already
Uh,
though, I find it interesting. We're already seeing Argo whipping out the Saber first round. That is always a bit of a power statement because it's like obviously depending on the maps, we didn't quite get a chance to see what maps are coming up after this one, but like always taking a power weapon like that on round one really means that you're not here to play. You are here to just dominate the first round. You get all your men are coming home tonight. They're gonna see their families, but let's see if they will be. So we're already seeing a bit of a 2-3 split here. Ballsy, Argo, and Plebdo are going to be pushing up the beach here. Storming the beach. The Normandy base is completely open for them, though, so there will be no competition there. Seems that the majority of the side of Yakuza did fall back, but just like that, Kazuki, that first kill on Sleeping Photon, very nicely done, and Tommy is gonna go down too, and just like that, they're starting things off strong. A double kill coming out from Global Breakout, and just like that, they have the whole top side of the map in their control. The power is out as well. We're fighting in the dark. Pressure's on now. Ghetto with the oh my god, what was that called? Now I forgot it. The Ingmar, there we go. The Ingmar is gonna be able to hold these long angles. I've been playing a bit too much Rust. I was gonna call it the LR, but that is just the wrong game. Coop, meanwhile, trying to return some fire as well, and Plebdo can't quite get anything, and Flogel will be chilling, but they're all just going down. And it's gonna be up to Flogal, last man standing with the Ingmar himself, and he's gonna go
Nope.
down to it. And there we go. I said it, ladies and gentlemen. All the men are coming home tonight. They'll be seeing their families, their wives and kids, because that's a very nice clean of the house.
Barely anyone from GB even took damage. Look at that. Plebdo maybe 10 HP. Same with Argo, same with Yaokuza. Domzi, Sachi not even touched by any bullets. That is just such a strong entry, such a strong statement to make on round 1. And, you know, obviously GB aren't here to play. But then again, also YY, they've put in so much work. We were talking about this before we went live. I'm 99% sure they have scrimmed 4 times a day since Monday, just preparing for this match. So obviously they've put in the work. Maybe they just need a round or two to warm up, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's you know, it's always that first round, kind of get the jitters out of the way, and like it's also kind of feeling out the other team. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're realizing, well, we do know, you know, GB has always been a force to be reckoned with, but you know, maybe they're getting old, maybe they're slipping off now. You know, that they lost that first round, but they're realizing, okay, we got to get that 110% that I'm always talking about if we want to win this thing.
Yep, but also EK on the mop now, you know, losing the mop so early. We were talking about how Saber being brought out by Argo, so risky, kind of, you don't want to risk
Oh, yeah.
losing the first round. But then the same happened with the mop, actually, who I'm not actually sure which person from Yakuza was on it, but now EK has, and it could be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. I believe it was probably Photon. It was one of the two that were taken out first, I believe. But either way,
Yeah,
like you
I
said, it
think so.
is definitely dangerous. And we did see double Ingmars coming out as well. So really a lot of long range weaponry. Oh my God, I'm just having today is just my off day, bro. Weaponry is going
You
to
just
be
woke up.
lost. Is going to be lost on these sides. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they're going to play around that. They do still have the long range KRs, so they can definitely work with that. And on a map like Factory, that is going to be
Yeah.
good to have. So we're going to have to see how they play around that.
Okay, so like you said, you know, defending Factory without mob could be very, very hard for the defenders. The map is quite open, especially like the bottom part of it, you know, the docks, the conveyors, the pipeworks.
Yeah.
That is all so many different long angles you can hold, but not if you don't have the mob because you lost it on round 1. Also, Office seems super strong there. It's already being marked by the attackers, or the defenders, rather. Sorry, it's actually just YY talking about how GB will possibly attack it. But you know, the lights are in office. There aren't many sidelines from the office itself, but just getting that control, getting those lights can be super strong. Also, server farm pretty easy to push, pretty hard to contest. There's really only, you know, 1 or 2 ways to fall back from server. If you're a defender, you can either go into storage for those doors or even onto the pipes, but that's pretty much it. So just a little bit of utility, and attackers have pretty. There's really, you know, not much for the defenders to do, I guess. Is
Oh
what I was
yeah,
trying to say.
definitely. And I mean, we do see that they're looking to go for that power play because the whole team did come out alive with their night vision goggles on the last round, so they can afford to make a second play here. So it's definitely going to be a bit of a hot zone. Curious if we're going to see maybe like a kind of like a 2-3 split. Maybe have 2 people going through that green door, try and make some noise, and have the 3-man just kind of wait at dock, bide their time, and then when the time is right, blow it and rush in. Or do we maybe see a full team sweep going through dock here? But
Yeah, I
only
think
time will
we
tell.
saw the wall charge, by the way, on the dock, not on office itself, which is maybe just kind of GB trying to go for an off late, throw Yakuza off. Because, you know, they will obviously have people in office that are not stupid. It's super easy to contest, the lights are there like we mentioned, and so maybe going for dog, just throwing them off, maybe even get a kill with that reaching around if Gato doesn't move soon. Could be a smart play.
Yeah, gonna have to be careful here. Okay, the Walter did go down on dock. Most likely gonna have Domsy or someone flash into office through one of those windows once they're ready to move in. And just like that, okay, Charles does go down. Smoke goes in. Flogal might be first man on scene, just barely dodging that grenade, almost getting blown to bits. That was a close one. And now it is on. Plebdo shooting through. Oh, okay. Bit of damage being traded now. Domsy, first man on the scene, rushing the office. Can he get the kill, though? Flogal gonna get one, but he will be treated by Argo. Is gonna go down until they are in. Lights are out, and now we are fighting in the dark. Ladies and gentlemen, a 1-for-1 trade. So far, everything's looking okay, but down goes 2 more members. Now I'll make that 3, actually. Tommy gonna kill on Seichi, though. Now it's up to Coop and Tommy if they want to keep the dream alive here. They have the KR and the Legros. Got the range they need. A lot of shots being traded, though. Coop needing to be careful in a bit of a bad spot. Tommy trying to get a kill. Not quite going to find anything, though. It's just a really bad spot for him to be on the ground in the dark. The defusal process started, so Coop knows he needs to make a move. But, Yaokuza with the cover fire first boy. No! Argo does go down, and so does Plebdo.
Oh no!
Just like that. Okay, just like that. It is all up to Yaokuza with the saber. Let's see if he can make a play happen. He needs to do a slow, methodical push. trying to get Coop, not quite going to connect. He knows that there's 2 angles that need to be watched. Gonna get a few percentage off on the bomb. The clock is ticking, 28 seconds on the clock. He needs to make something happen sooner than later. He needs to take out at least one guy if he wants a chance. 70%. He's gonna take out Coop. But he got to go down to Tommy. Very nicely done. And Tommy being like, "Give me that saber. Give me that back. Give me that long range."
What a close round there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh my, that was. Whew. I'm starting to sweat. And I'm not even the one playing, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah. You know, these are. Once again, these are arguably the best 2 teams in the major currently playing each other, you know, just going back and forth on who's going to knock who out in the lower bracket super early on. So we're going to see a bunch of rounds like this. I think we're both going to be near heart attacks by the end of the game. But
I'm gonna have the ambulance on standby at this point.
Last one is Bank, and we have seen GB save the mob, but now also YY has the saber. I'm not sure exactly how many bullets there are in the saber, or in the saber, but you know, it could be risky. Kind of, they're just traded snipers. Also important to keep in mind that if you're an attacker using the mob shooting at defenders, 1 body shot will do. That is enough damage. It does 135 on a body hit. Defenders only have 100 HP. So if you're sniped by your own sniper as a defender, you are out of contention after 1 shot. And that is, you know, it just changes fundamentally how you swing angles. You need to be extra careful because 1 bullet can be the difference between, you know, winning or losing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, also on a map like this, even though this bank is a little bit, honestly, this is probably I feel like this is the smallest bank I've seen in a while, to be honest.
Yeah, super small lobby.
Yeah, very small lobby. However, just looking at it, there are just so many, like you see here, this teller angle. You've got the long hallway. You've got accounting, which is so open. So it is going to be somewhat useful if you're taking them up here. But you do still need to be careful. A lot of close quarters, a lot of little angles that you need to peek if you don't want to get, let's say, top 12 in the face.
Yeah. Off of those barbed wires and just of the, you know, off of the L-shaped vault there, I think it's safe to assume that we'll have at least 1, if not 2 people playing in the vault from YY. And that just means, you know, that is a very viable strategy, but on the other hand, that means that your other players are left in a 3-5 across the map, and it makes them super easy for them to be hunted down and killed 1 by 1. So they really need to, you know, use the utility, play the traits.
And we do see Photon so he's going to be posting up in accounting with the auto shotty, unless they decide to stow him in the vault. I'm not quite sure what the move is. Maybe I'm tripping, but
no one's pressed a button.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, the other one earlier. What the? Oh, okay. So they're going to go ahead and press that button. It's looking like Tommy will be the lone fighter here in the vault, unless they decide to store Ghetto in there as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just looking at just some barbed wire.
Yeah, if Local has no time,
you might need to close that door. Yeah, they're gonna have to go ahead and press it. And so Ghetto and Tommy will both be in the vault, holding it down. Sleepy Photon will be in manager's office, just chilling in case they manage to hit that button. Double smoke going out onto the button as well. Seichi and Ekazo are on the scene, looking to clear hall. Flogel is in a bit of a tight spot, needs to hold that door with his life if he doesn't want to die here. Seichi gonna kick in the door, a little bit of pre-fire. Now Flogel with the knack though. Can he get some shots off? Gonna get a little bit of damage, needs to fall back though. Oh, he's gonna get taken out though, but the Kaz will be taken up by Coop. Very nicely done. That long range knack fire. That's some real recoil control right there. And obviously they're gonna go ahead and hit that button for the vault. No, they're gonna prioritize killing Coop first, but they just can't get him. All the bullets are flying, but Coop is gonna go down eventually. A lot of ammo being spent to take him out, and now it is a 3-on-4.
Yeah, it's really all resting on the shoulders of Photon here. If he can get a kill or maybe even 2 with an auto shot, just ratting in that corner, he could really swing the momentum in his team's favor. But, you know, it's a 4v3 and his other 2 teammates are segmented off by the vault doors. The button hasn't been pushed yet, which means GB's probably trying to hunt down the last person playing outside of the vault. And they're doing just that. They're not looking the right direction. There we go. Domsy finds him. And now it's all up to the 2 players in vault. Ghetto and Tommy, they have 2 mollies, 2 barbs to help them out, but only 35 seconds. Can they hold out?
Just like that, Argo gonna be the first man on the scene in the barbed wire, and he's gonna get burnt. Oh, he's gonna go down though. Ghetto and Tommy holding a very nice, a double kill. It's gonna be the Plepto and Domsy. They've got 26 seconds on the clock. Both Molotovs have been thrown, so that means they won't have any more opportunities to push them back. Now it's all about who can get those shots off. Tommy gonna get another shot up.
No.
Very nicely done. Domsy, last man standing. He's got the mop. Needs to get a double here. He's looking the wrong angle. Gets Tommy. One more guy to go. 10 seconds left. Needs to stick it, but he's gonna go down to Ghetto.
There we go. Once again, and YY finally take the lead, and that was a really good late round from them. You know, the Flogel and Photon, and I think last person was Coop. They managed to waste enough time for GB to just not have the resources to push into
Yeah,
Vault. And
definitely.
that is what you want to do, but also the L-shaped vault I think really helped there. You can place those
Yeah,
sparks just like they did, and then you can just kind of chill in the back. So props, super close round, and yeah, I usually whenever I cast the game, I usually ask my co-caster who they have winning the game or the
mhm,
series, and I
mhm.
kind of forgot because our intro was super rushed. So, you know, you've seen 3 rounds so far. What do you
Okay, okay.
think? Where does this go?
Ooh, honestly, I would like to put my prediction on hold for just one more round because I would like to see if just
Okay.
maybe they got lucky. You always gotta be like, did they just get lucky these last 2 rounds and now they're gonna get absolutely stomped again by GB? Or is it that GB have just kinda lost their touch and they're gonna get stomped by YY? But from what I've seen so far, if this next round ends up with GB winning, I have a feeling that it might even be too close to really call, and it's really just gonna kinda come down to, like the wire, like just one single
Mhm.
round. We go maybe like to an
Yeah.
overtime or something like that. Because both teams, I mean, we saw round one just an absolute sweep from the side of GB, and then both of these rounds when YY won, it wasn't like an absolute sweep from YY. It was last man standing, holding the bomb just barely, kind of rushing the attackers. They have to try and stick to the fuse, and then they go down accordingly. So I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not quite sure yet. I
Okay.
kind of want to see how this next round plays out first.
Yeah, you also got to keep in mind this is a best of 3 after
Exactly.
all, meaning that, you know,
Exactly.
it is also a game of endurance and stamina. It's not just who can win the most rounds in this one specific game. Even if one of the teams loses this specific game, they can always come back on the next two, so nothing is lost just yet. But
Yeah.
going into game 2 with, you know, a game advantage is obviously desired,
Oh yeah,
preferred.
definitely, definitely. And I mean, it's like you said, it's just so much like mental fortitude is needed because it's like imagine like if this was your average like casual match, bro. After round one, half your team would have probably DC'd from the lobby. They would be like, nah, we're not winning this one. We just got absolutely swept off like our feet from this team. But we do see why they band together, they think of some strategies, and they executed nicely, and they're able to just come back and take these next 2 rounds. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, YY is on the field. They have deployed into the kill dome. So we do see a 4-1 split. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
they
gonna be
marked the
interesting.
3-2 on the map, and then we just had 4 people go castle. I'm not sure if that was like a last second, you know, a last second strategical change, or if it was just a
Mm,
miscommunication. It was like, okay, let's just stick with it. But
yeah.
Beach will get kicked. Dot or Coop rather, as he's known now, he will be pushing up with the saber. If he dies there, there's no real refrag potential. He also loses the saber, and again, it's just round one, like you mentioned, when GB also brought it on round one.
Yeah, I'm surprised we do see Argo running the auto shotgun, so he's probably just gonna be chilling in that corner, trying to rat a little bit. And we do see finally we got that 3-2 Flogel realizing he went the wrong way, coming around to Beach. So now we do have a two-man Beach pushed Coop and Flogel both looking for like an opportunity, trying to get the picks. And now Tommy going and getting burned and shot
Oh,
alive. My God, they desecrated his corpse. He's not going home to the morgue, that's for sure, because he dies right in the Molotov. And now there goes Sleepy
oh
Photon as well.
no!
Okay, just like that, Ghetto's trying to push in, trying to get some damage. Can't quite get anything. Coop getting his first kill though on Plebdo. Very nicely done. Flogel has pushed into the site. Gonna see if he can get something. Picked up the mop. Maybe he's just gonna fall back if things go south. We'll have to see. Ghetto going in, gets one. Ah, no, yeah. He's gonna go down though. Did get a Kazo, but Seichi gets him. And
Oh,
Coop goes down as well. It's down to Flogel with the mop. Can he make something happen? He might just back off, or they might just push him as a 3-man. They don't want him to have the mop at all costs, and he will not because he's going to be taken down.
yeah, so once again, GB leave round one with both the saber and the mob, if they obviously pick both up, which I think they will. There we go, yeah, they already have the saber, they just need the mob. Auto Shoddy also in pocket of Argo, so they've pretty much made it out with all the power weapons of Sachikin. No, he didn't pick up the mob. Okay. Okay, it is what it is, you know, it happens. Maybe he was too far away, maybe didn't want to drop the saber or the auto for the mob. That happens. Who am I to judge? But I don't know. GB have just been super strong on Dome. Apparently, they've won both attack and defense. Let's see if they can maybe get another round on either Factory and Bang because they've, like you said, it always came down to 1v1 on both of those. It was always super close. It was like a clutch situation, and then somehow
Yeah.
someone from Yakuza managed to pull through at the last second. So yeah, I am curious to see what Yakuza does here. I think going either Office or Dot Breach and then Green. That makes a lot of sense. Something that I was gonna comment on when Yakuza defended this, but I didn't have the time on, was that when they breached, at GB that is, when GB breached like docks, everyone just rotated so far, and Yakuza almost rotated too much manpower. They ended up leaving Coop on, I think, top 5 perks in the end, and then
Yeah.
even Tommy in storage. But they almost over rotated, and if GB even had one person, chilling outside green, just playing that late push, that could have
Mm.
gone very, very bad for them. Luckily, they didn't GB just 5-man the dock, but it could have gone the other way very, very fast. But yeah, okay. You said 1 round hold'em predictions, and now you've seen
Yeah.
GB tie it
Yeah.
up. So now
Exactly.
you have to
Exactly.
pick someone. Who are you picking?
um. Hmm. I gotta say, honestly, I think that in the longevity wise, I think that YY might just come out on top here. I think it's
Okay.
really gonna because I feel like I'm just a broken record at this point. When I was casting with Stuff Shark the other week, it was the
Yeah.
exact same thing where it was like it was so damn close, and it really just came down to two things: planning and execution. Both teams show right that they're great if they get the weapons that they want. I mean, just in general, they have mastery over most of the weapons in this game, so that's not even an issue, really. You give a
Yeah.
Kazo the mop, he's gonna most likely dominate with it, or you give him the saber, he's gonna just pop off with it. Same thing if you give the mop over to, let's say, someone like Argo, right? However, it's really just
Mhm.
gonna come down to who has the better plan and who executes it as well, because it's like that's really what it comes down to when it's kind of you're matched in like team fight potential or just like
Okay.
gunfight potential. So it's really just like, okay, is your plan solid? Have you kind of factored in the unexpected things? And if you have, are you going to execute it well? Because it also comes down to that. But we're going to have to put that down on hold because it's looking like they're getting ready to push in. A very nice smoke coming in from Ghetto. They're looking to rush, but the barbed wire stops Coop in his tracks, and he's going to go down. It's just like that. Tommy does get Domsy. Okay, a little bit of a refrag there. Argo looking to hold it with the knack, and he's going to hold it beautifully, getting the kill on Flogel. And just like that, that's what I'm talking about, planning and execution. You decide you want to go through green, right? Don't bring a grenade for an obvious barbed wire. That shuts down your push. However, never mind. Tommy does go down. They were looking to end things here. However, Sleepy Photon does get one, but he will be refragged by Plebdo, and there goes Ghetto as well. That's what I'm saying, man. Planning, execution. You're going to go through green door. 9 times out of 10, someone's going to drop a barbed wire there because they have plenty of excess barbed wire. Bring a nade with you, and even if they don't have it, just stay alive. Don't lose the nade. But you got to toss it because we saw Coop was the
Yeah.
first man to go in, right? And then there goes the Molotov, and he gets turned into a chicken nugget, and he just gets burnt to crisp.
I mean, Yakuza were, kind enough to kind of inform us in writing on the map that they would be heavy ecoing. Maybe they're just saving for a double
That's
blow
true.
on
That's true.
bank, and I don't think that's a bad idea. But also, like you said, not bring in a nade. I know you want to echo, but at this point, if you're not even gonna bring a nade for that barb, just stay in the truck. Like, I don't know, have a team meeting, just kind of take a break, do something, because I don't know. Like you said, you're just gonna, the monsters are gonna get thrown at you. There will be
Yeah.
like 6 different people swinging you. It doesn't make sense to even loot. Not even the APs. It just doesn't make sense to lose anything off of that.
Yeah, for real. Do some team building exercises in the truck, something like that. Get your mind back in the game here because we cannot have things like that happen. That's like a casual play move where it's like, okay, guys, did anyone bring the grenade? No.
Yeah. They could they could play two truths and a lie or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, double blow. So I think counting blow here is underrated, especially if you couple it up with lobby. I think that it
Mhm.
just gives you so much control, so much room to push, because then everyone, in manager, if you have anyone there in top accounting, in Volt, in tellers, everyone just kind of really needs to be careful. So double blow makes a lot of sense, and it's going to be a tough nut to crack for GB on the defense, I believe.
Mm.
But I could be proven wrong. Who knows?
It's going to be interesting to see because I feel like they're definitely going to be kind of expecting the double blow. It's really going to come down to
Hmm.
can they anticipate where the double blow is going to be, right? Because it's like they know, okay, they went through green door. They just absolutely tried to rush us in that green door. They must have something cooking up, right? Their plan is something. So where's the most obvious kind of like point of contact that you're going to try and breach? And most likely it would be that left wall. So it really is going to kind of come down to if GB kind of can anticipate that. And if they do
Yeah.
anticipate it, what kind of a defense are they going to set up for that accordingly? And it's looking like, okay, maybe we'll have Argo doing the same kind of strat as Photon, where he just chills kind of in manager with that auto shotgun. That would definitely be interesting to see. And it's looking like GB actually is not going to put anyone in the vault. Yeah,
I
uh,
yeah. I
yeah,
don't
no,
I don't
they're
know.
having all hands on deck here. So it's gonna be
Usually,
interesting to see.
when you see Argo on bank with an auto shot, he's just playing super close to the entrance. He just like anti-flash, like in one of the corners. He just gets a kill. He gets maybe even two and some damage chipped off of someone else, and he's done for that. It looks
Mm,
like he's just gonna be holding accounting this time around because,
yeah.
like you said,
Ooh.
expect a double breach. But I don't know. I'm sad to see Argo not holding main. I feel like he does really well in it. It's just like his signature thing. That and the knack are just Argo's trademarks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
nice
that being
molly.
said,
Great
though,
molly.
yeah, very nice Small. They're gonna just absolutely shut down that push before it can even get started. And now the whole team is gonna have to wait. Argo's gonna be watching that door carefully. Now
Oh.
that Molotov, he's like, no, you're not coming in. And they are gonna go ahead and waste that smoke. By the time the Molly's gone, the smoke should be cleared. Once again, round two. Let's see
The
if they
fact
can
that
get.
no one, yeah, sorry. The fact that no one
That
went main
was
up until now, they didn't even double
Ooh,
blow at the
hold up,
beginning
no,
is
they
so
rushed it,
surprising.
oh my god, 2-3 going
No,
down, and
no,
it's like,
no.
no! They do get Argo, though, but Dom's gonna take another kill, getting one in return, though. They're rushing out. Okay,
Oh,
calm down.
pleb.
Calm down, pleb. Come on now. Hey, come
Sorry.
on, bro. That's just
Oh
illegal.
my
That's
god.
illegal, bro. Okay, they paid the UAV off or something.
So I think, to kind of run it back, I could be completely wrong here, but I think what was happening. I just had a box the internet
Oh.
moment, but I think I'm back. Yeah,
I
that
wasn't
happens.
sure if I should say so.
Yeah, you can feel free to. But I feel like Yakuza were just kind of trying to bait GB into thinking that they'll use the wall charge or something else that they,
Mm,
will blow a I don't know, a wall or something. But looking at the map, there wasn't really anything good to blow. Anything a wall charge would benefit you in. So they kind of late blue main, which is mind blowing to me as it is. And if you blew like earlier, if you blew main as well, you could have just had at least someone, I don't know, kind of swinging the angles, crossing, watching the rotates, whatever. And with, I don't know, I guess Yakuza just kind of counted on GB to over rotate like they often do from what we've seen. But GB didn't do that. They still had one tellers, they still had one security, and they just got shut down when trying to rush without flashbangs.
hmm. Definitely. So it's going to be interesting to see here. Now we are on a new rotation, so we will be over here on C-Store. So it's going to be interesting to see here. We will have a GB on defense and YY on attack. Let's see if they can redeem themselves from those last two rounds.
Yeah. So early on, Yakuza did, kind of take the lead, but then GB have just been, they won three in a row. Sorry, now, and
Mm,
they show no signs of slowing down. I do think before the map or the game rather ends, YY can get at least a few rounds in, but they need
mm.
to start actually, like you said, planning execution. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. I expect a little bit more from Yakuza. Obviously, the night or the day or the afternoon, as you called it, is still young. But you need to start. You need to start playing
Yeah,
together. You need to
that's
start
true.
getting those refrags. The one thing that I really want to commend Argo on is he's always been in a place where even if one of his teammates dies, he just gets the refrag. We've seen that so many times throughout these first 6 rounds, and you need to do that on Yakuza as well because we haven't actually seen many refrags yet. So I don't know. Start refragging.
Yeah,
What do
no,
you think about
definitely.
this C store?
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm liking it. Definitely, if I was
Yeah.
a defender, I would be liking this quite a bit. You can see that the teller has the little keyhole watching the mom. So yeah, you can already see they have safety
Mm-hmm.
kind of posted up in there. However, they are gonna have to be careful because that red door into office is gonna be dangerous. Honestly, I would have said this definitely would be like a breach office door. Don't even peek that window because you already know someone's gonna be there with the mom. But honestly, it's looking like they're just gonna be maybe saving this round. Have a clacker, but
They
I
probably
don't.
placed charge already.
No, I don't even see anyone with a charge.
Huh?
What the hell's going on? Coop has the class. I am
Oh
very. Oh,
no.
maybe
Well,
they have the wall charge. Yeah, they have a wall charge. We just can't see it. So Coop is holding the wall charge. They're looking to just blow right in from storage, and they are gonna get pleb though. Just so
oh.
that the mop is down. Very nicely done. Gonna get ready. There we go. They're breaching into Freezer, looking to rush it. They're gonna have a little two-prong attack here though.
Domsey?
Domsey and Argo. Argo with the auto shot in. Yeah, they hit him with the
Oh,
1-2. Local last man, and he's gonna go down as well.
that was such a chaotic round. It fell apart so quickly. For you, they got the entry. Tommy got pleb, and that is on paper a great entry. Getting rid of pleb before he can really do anything is something that you always want to do. Pleb is really the star player of GB. From what I've seen, from what other people say in the community, pleb is really that one guy on GB that is just kind of the fragger. And getting rid of him so early on is just so very or should be so significant, but then Yakuza didn't even get to another kill. They just all fell one by one to Domzi, to EK, to Argo. It was just slaughter all around. And 5-2, the gap between the scores is kind of increasing slowly.
Yeah, definitely. Really, GB really picked up some momentum here, and they're running with it. YY is losing the opportunity to kind of cut that momentum in half. If they want to make something happen, this would definitely be the time to do it.
Yep.
Oh,
And we are on Kill House. So again, this is a huge kill house. We've seen, resurgence of these lumberyard kill houses, which I honestly am not the biggest fan of. I kind of really like kill houses for being, those like small condensed maps. I felt like
mm.
that was their charm, and now having like one room be one third of the map. I'm not a biggest fan. I know that just because I kind of joined late. The lumberyards really used to be the
Not the
standard.
same.
Not the same, but what do you think of kill house lumberyard in
Nah,
general?
I feel that. I definitely feel that. The whole point of it was like very compact, like close quarters, but it's also like the whole map is made out of paper, so you really are like not
Yeah.
safe anywhere. And like nowadays, yeah, you got the lumber, and you see them. They're marking that long arrow, right? They're like, okay, we'll just have a plebdo posted up with the mop there. If they even as so much as think about rotating around the patio, boom, that's one down. Maybe do a little extra peek, boom, and get two. And
Yeah.
that's not really what I would imagine with Kill House, but times are changing, and we got to evolve with them, you know.
True, true. The bomb is like really in the middle of the
Yeah.
of the bomb site. It's super hard getting there. It's like you have to go through so many rooms to even come close to it. And having used the wall charge in the last round, I think is gonna be really punishing for Yakuza. Obviously, they couldn't have known that this is gonna be the kill house that they get, but just losing that wall charge early, I think, can be really a detriment here.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. eh, ah, I'm out of words
Ah.
there for that. Yeah, no, it's just like, hey, what more can I say there? What more can I say there? But yeah, just like that, like we were saying, we do have Plebdo and Akazo are gonna be watching that patio angle. Coop gonna be the first one to peek it, and there he goes. Told you, there he goes. There he goes. They got Plebdo, didn't even need to
Oh
worry about hitting the
my
headshot. You just had to hit him
god.
in the body, and Akazo would finish him off. Flogo, please do not peek that. That is a death sentence. Don't even try, bro. Looks
Well,
like
I
Flogo.
kind of want to see him try, but no, he's not even
Oh
gonna get there. Argo just get so many
no.
shots off, and Fogel is what, on 40 HP now? Yeah,
Yeah,
51.
he's incredibly low. Looking to scavenge, get the grenade. Oh my god, Pleb,
Oh,
they're gonna take out Tommy
Pleb?
as well. Meanwhile, in checkpoint, they're checking their IDs right now, stamping them off the board because Tommy is down. Ghetto trying to get a Kazo here. Kazo needs to rotate. He's gonna just barely be able to get out of there. And that's Sleepy for telling Ghetto. Not quite sure if they want to push in. Now they're going straight in though. Sleepy with the shotgun taking points. Flogo's gonna get some free fire going on. No one gonna be there though. The entirety of GB has rotated back into office slash club, and now we see kind of like we've cut this map in half. The bottom side
Yeah.
belongs to YY, but they are all incredibly low, so it might not belong to them much longer.
Yeah, I mean, really just Plebany Kazo in those early rounds, they wasted, or on the early roam, rather, should I say, in the swings out of Lumberyard, they've wasted so much time that now Yakuza are really pressed for time. They need to start pushing. They cannot stop. The grenades are coming out. The barb is now destroyed. They need to start using their flash, and the crossfires, the wallbangs are just coming out from GB. 40 seconds left. Keep in mind, you need 10 to defuse, and they're all just at a stalemate on those doors. They're still taking damage, though. Ghetto low, Flow low. Like you said, only Sleepy Photon. I don't know why I keep saying Sleepy. It's just Photon that really has any HP left, and Argo playing backstage for a late flank, for a late swing. He can do so much damage. He's gonna get impatient and just pre-fired early on. 25 mollies are coming out, and there's another barb no one expected. Time is ticking out, and there's just nothing Yakuza can do. They don't even have anything to save. Stati gets one through the wall. Argo swings, gets one of his own. It's all up to...
I'll take over because get the boxing moment, and just like that, Flow with the last man standing, Seichi trying to get up to the wall. He's gonna peek the angle, trying to get a kill, but he's gonna go down to Donzi.
Another flawless round, by the way, for Global Breakout, and we are on match point. Thank you for,
I got you.
taking over.
Bro.
Yeah. It's just whoever
Oh,
casts with me kind of
no.
needs to get used to those because, like I said, my internet is very packet lossy, super unfortunate. Sadly, can't do anything about it, but there are just
Too
random
much
times
hype,
when I
bro.
cut
It's
out.
just
Too
too
much
much
hype.
hype.
Oh my god, you're getting me hyped now. I'm gonna be
Yeah, I
jumping up
got
and
you.
down
Let's
soon.
go, baby. Let's go. But yeah, just like that. I
Uh,
mean, the momentum, man. GB's in a full sprint for the finish line here. It is now what 6-2. Things are not
yep.
looking good for YY at this point. It might just be that you kind of go like, okay, we're gonna win. We're not gonna win this first round, so let's just might just have to give it to him. Let's keep that mental in check. We'll take a look at what we did wrong and bring our A game into round two.
The one thing that was worth mentioning is, and again, we just didn't get around to it. You know, this game is so much. It just has so much stuff going on that it's so hard to really go over everything. But I don't know if you've noticed. You probably have. There was no, like, it was another full eco from Yakuza last
Yeah,
round,
like
and
what's
they are on match point now. And you know, it makes sense to save a clacker for Kildome, and they have two door charges as well, if I'm not mistaken. So we could potentially see
yeah.
an Obs and a Jungle Breach. And you know, Obs is obviously the one you want to go for always, like just a 2-3 split. The fact that you're not blowing, actually, they have marked it. They just don't have
Mm.
people going there, from what I can tell. Maybe one of the beach people blows jungle and then goes to beach. I don't know. Like, just opening up those angles, you know, creating a little bit of extra pressure on the defender is always a good idea. But the primary push is going to be beach and observation. And observation, obviously, so strong on so many Kildome maps. It's just a no-brainer attacking that early on. But you
Yeah.
need to be careful. You need to clear it out super early on. Shotty's still in play. The mop is still in play. You know, the utility, there's so much. We have 4 barbs, 2 mollies, 2 flares. Like, there's just so much utility coming out from GB, and I honestly don't know if Yakuza can, you know, deal with all of that.
Yeah, the odds are definitely stacked against them. I will say though, if we see a double breach, I don't want to see a repeat of what we saw in Bank, where like they blow. We saw them they
Yep.
blow the accounting door, right? Molotov goes down. They all kind of stand around looking at each other like, what the hell do we do now? They wait for like 50 seconds left on the clock, and then they go ahead and breach the other door. Like if we're gonna do this, make sure we do it correctly. Blow both doors at the same time. Create panic, create confusion, and see what's going down here. So yeah, it's looking like Ghetto and Flogel are going to go ahead and actually go through Beach here. Okay. Not really sure. I guess they're not going to use that second charge. I guess they're going to go ahead and hold on to it, and the door is going to get kicked down. So Flogel and Ghetto will be in on Beach, and Akazo and Argo will be holding the push here in observation, but the whole gang is here. They don't check they didn't check their
Oh
corners.
no.
Oh
no.
no, you got to check your corners, bro.
Oh, they're going for lights.
They're going for lights. Okay, they do hit the lights. Akazo and Argo playing the long game. They're buying their time. They're waiting. They are not going to move unless they have to. Domsey will go down as a sacrifice. They're just reeling them in. They're giving them false sense of security. Now let's see what's gonna go down here. Photon kind of knows something's up. I think he's like, dude, it was way too quiet in observation. He is not trusting this, so he's gonna be watching that angle while the rest of his team clear out jungle. Now they realize that Pit is the only place where they can still be hiding, and Plebdo will be hiding no longer because he was gonna take out Tommy with Mob. Very nicely done. And now Photon in a bit of an engagement here, realizing observation was never clear from the start. Peace was never an option.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that. Oh my god, but Molly's coming out, and YY are stalling once again. Ghetto also an extremely low HP, but he's playing to save, but he can just kind of play back. Flogel takes a lot of damage. He gets one. Coop gets one as well. Pleb gets two of his own though, and it's all up to Argo and Pleb to clutch it out. Argo and auto shotty. Pleb on top. He falls to Coop. It's all up to Argo with the auto shotty. He piped down so much.
Let's go.
DP Photon will take him out instantly, and that is at least another round for Yakuza as they bring it to 6-3 and keep themselves afloat for just one more round.
Come back, baby.
Come back, Caesar.
No,
Okay.
Coop jumps into the fire. Oh my
It was the last half. It doesn't matter. Or the last round of the half.
That's true. He just jumped into the fire. I always struggle so much with the last half rounds. I swear, I just get so hyped. And they're all gonna go ahead, a little celebratory roast in the pit. And just like that, it's like you said, they're gonna keep themselves afloat for one more round. That might just be the mental boom that YY needs to stay in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they were in a, like, GB were in a very tough position. They had two people alive, was 2v3, and the last two players were the auto shotty player and the mop player. So the super long and the super close range, but they have nothing for the in between. And you know, most of Pit and observation is that in between. So it was a super hard fight to be in. It makes sense that you lost it, but you lost it. And finally, Yakuza won another round. They have at least gotten themselves another point. And you know, even losing like 7-2 or 7-3 if they lose this next one, I think is just like a huge detriment for your mantle going into the next game.
Yeah, definitely. So they're really gonna ride this one out. Hey, who knows? They might just take it to a tie. It's not over till it's over, you know. So we're gonna have to see. You never know. You never know. Maybe they were just setting things up. They were like, okay, we're gonna play real bad these first 6 rounds, make it seem like we don't know what we're doing, and then we'll go pop out.
maybe playing the late game. I don't know if you've seen the match last week. It was Gnomes versus Global Breakout. It was obviously everyone expected Global Breakout to win, and then they lost the first game. Yeah, they lost the first game, Global Breakout that is, and
Mhm,
then they
mhm.
were 0-6 down in second game, and then they came back to 6-6 tied. They won the next one, and then it went to double OT to finally lose it out to Gnome. So we've seen
Jesus.
crazier comebacks in this, but it was from GB, not for against them. Maybe though Yakuza can kind of do the Cinderella story and do it successfully because GB just fell short in the end against Gnomes, and that is why Gnomes are in the upper bracket semifinals. And if they win tomorrow, they're going straight to the grand finals. So let's see if YY can do the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so already GB, they're gonna be starting this round up strong. It's looking like maybe they're going for a bit of a double breach here. That's ambitious. That's ambitious. They stepped it up first round, just bringing out the saber. They're bringing out everything for this first round. If they do end up going with this plan, but it's looking like YY is kind of anticipating it. They did go ahead and mark that storefront, being like, we should probably be careful about that. And they're also most likely Flogo with a double barb bar going to be barbing off the bomb here. I'm a little worried if they're only going to have Photon chilling and Teller with a silenced Gruber, because it's like I was saying, I was quite surprised when we were on this map before that they didn't go through Office, because that's such a quick way to get into Teller and just get the shutters open. And we do see 5-man stack over here. There we go. Office
Okay.
door just going to get breached. And Photon just going to go ahead and give up control of Office and Teller. But
I mean, that's
they're
smart
gonna
thing
hit.
to do.
Okay, yeah, they're gonna go ahead and hit the lights so they can't use the button. Some big brain outplay here. I didn't even think of that one. And now Storefront has been breached. Flogel in a terrible spot. Needs to be careful. Gruber against Saber.
Oh,
And Photon is going to get caught in the crossbar and go down. And now Argo and Domsey have control of Teller just like that. City getting the double kill on Flogel and Ghetto. Tommy getting Argo, but Domsey will return the kill.
Sachi.
Coop getting Sachi. Very nicely done. It's a 2-on-3. Now it's a 1, actually. Never mind. Coop, last man standing with the KR, needs to make something happen if he can, but he is going to go down.
Yeah, there's really not much to say. GB win the first one, and hopefully Yakuza can kind of pull it back in game 2 because honestly, I think this matchup is closer than the scoreline indicates. It is a 7-3, but I think most rounds DB stomped a few rounds, but most rounds I still feel like Yakuza put up a really solid fight and they won their ones when it really mattered. They just kind of had like a few strategic, nuisances, I want to say. So
Yeah, no, definitely. I see what you mean. It's like really YY did get a lot of good licks in, right? It's like it's not just like this was we just saw like a absolute stomp every single round with GPG's taking them out, or YY taking them out every single round. YY was able to hold the ground. Unfortunately, they just didn't always anticipate the plays that were coming. We saw on this map as well. Office was such a prevalent spot, and all they did was keep Photon in there. He's on his own, and he realizes, damn, that's like
yeah,
the 4-man coming to take me out. I'm gonna get out of there. They get out of there, and then GB has so much control over the whole of the map, and then they just lose that out. But it's like you said, I would also agree with you that the 7-3 is not as indicative of how it really is gonna go down. And we never know. Maybe YY is gonna really take some time now. Someone's gonna be yelling at them in the Discord, needs to hype their boys up so they get back into this thing. They
yep,
gotta give that 110%.
agreed. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the stats. I hope mine that I'm using from dp/stats.com match up with the
Mhm.
ones on stream because the ones that are on stream are kind of blurry for me, so I can't
I
actually
can't
see
even
them.
read them, bro.
But Flepto just 2 points of damage short from being at 2K, which is obviously insane. And the best part is that he went 8, 5, and 11, which means he's not only the entry fragger that he's kind of known for being. He just put up a ton of damage. He got 11 assists and, like I said, almost 2K damage. Argo at 1300 next. Ikazo at 1200, Domsey just over 1K, and then Sachi trailing behind at 500. But when your whole team is doing so exceptionally well, I really don't think you can blame that one guy for
Yeah, that's true.
only getting 500. Especially, by the way, he went 7-4-2, which kind of shows that he was like the cleanup player, the one that just kind of wins those late round only
Yeah.
ones where everyone's already low. But obviously his leadership it reflects on the team. He is the captain. He's not the IGL, which is a common misconception, but he is the captain, and he plays that kind of flex role where he just really plays the things that are people on. He's usually on the Gruber, and that obviously reflects in the damage. But also, like we said, 7-4-2. It just kind of means that he cleaned up those
Yeah,
low
absolutely.
HP enemies.
Yeah, I mean, we
Um,
saw it on oh, no, go ahead. I didn't know you were done.
yeah, no, good, you're good.
Yeah, I think we saw it, for example, on Kill House, right, where we had Plebdo and Kazo chilling, watching that kind of patio swing
Yep,
around, and then we see that Pebdo doesn't quite get the headshot, but because the mob does, like, what, 150 damage, I
yeah, 35.
think that was Coop, was so incredibly low that Akaza was just able to just finish it off,
Mm,
and that was such a big brain like plan from them. It's like, hey, I'll be here just in case you don't get the headshot. We'll clean up, get that first pick, and set ourselves ahead in the round.
yeah. So on the YY score board, we have Tommy at the top, just short of 1k damage. Coop also at 900, Flogel 800, Gato 5, almost 600, and then Photon just about 400. But it really, I don't know. Again, I don't think the scoreline, the stats are really indicative. Like we've mentioned previously, I still think Yakuza put up a very valiant fight. Sadly, it wasn't enough on game one, but like we've said, it's a best of three. There's still
Yeah.
so many more rounds to go when you can bring it back, when you can swing it back in your favor, and you can end up winning. It's nothing is lost really.
Absolutely. It's like we said, it's gonna come down to planning, execution. We don't wanna we can't have those rounds like we saw with, hey, we're all like I keep bringing it up, but the barbed wire round, bro, like that just cannot happen. That is such a like momentum killer. Like we saw YY is 2 up on the board, right? We're like, okay, they
Yep.
might just run this thing home, and then they pull that and their
Yep.
whole momentum is just gutted. And then GB is like, "Hey, we got this in the bag, and we gonna run with it." Then we go to bank, and we see that they have that like two that like they want to do that like little double breach. They only breach one door. They sit around when the Molotovs are burning, do absolutely nothing, and let the entire side of GB just kind of rotate and get to position. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, it's definitely like we said, it's not indicative. Yakuza needs to give that 110, 120% if they want to stay in this thing, but they definitely have a chance. And I think with that, the only way to find out
I
if they stay in this, unless you got something else to say?
no. I was just gonna say I don't think we're going for a break. I know the players are.
Oh, all right.
I I think we just kind of stay on live. We weren't told we would actually be going offline, so I think we just kind of keep talking and vibing. Unless you also need to, I don't know, go to the bathroom, get some water. Roach
Nah.
didn't tell us that we're taking a break, so I think we're just kind of chilling here.
Oh, bet. That works too. Let's
Okay.
see. Uh, yeah. All
Okay.
right.
We were told we can just talk, so here we are, I guess.
Now I can actually see the stats. Let's go. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Let's see. Oh yeah, wow. Plepto 2 off at that too. My God. Yeah, my man
yeah.
was rocking that saber though. He was doing damage.
Yeah, the one thing that I really want to mention is or actually two things, I guess. The
Mhm.
discrepancy of like entry stats, of GB versus Yakuza. If you look at GB, it's 1 out of 1, 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3, and then 1 out of 2, 0 out of 2. Which means they've won almost every entry duel that they've picked, and that is just, insane.
Yeah, that's
That
huge.
just means you've started almost every round off with a super early advantage. So I think that is the one thing that Yakuza really need to work on next game is just not losing bodies as early. Because if you look at them, Tommy went 2 and 3, and then you have Coop 0 and 2, Fogel 1 and 3, Ghetto 0 for 0, and Photon 0 for 2. So I think just doing really that, I think um don't lose your advantages, don't lose your utility, and most importantly, your mank out so early on. And I think you will take off so many more rounds off of GB. So,
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's really it's like we were saying, it's gonna come down to those opening duels, I feel like, because it's like you were saying, they start off with such a huge advantage. And a lot of times they're able to take out some of the top players as well in the other ones. Like we saw Coop, right? We look at the stats. Coop did go what 7 and 9. He has the second highest damage on his team. And then on so many rounds, he gets picked first because he wasn't anticipating like on Kill House roaming around that patio, it just gets absolutely popped. And then that's just so crucial for the side of YY. Like you cannot have your teammate just go out so quickly. So they really need to be conscious about that. Really need to be conscious about those opening duels. If they can start winning more of those, they can definitely start winning some more rounds as well.
oh yeah, 100% agreed. But also, you were talking about that specific kill house round, so let's just
Mhm.
circle back to that. I think when you're playing against GB, they're really known to be that aggressive team. They have Argo, they have Domsy, they have Plepto. They're all super aggressive players, and so you need to expect those swings. Like if you're going up against one team and you expect those swings, it's against GB. They're like this hyper frag heavy team that can also just fall back and
Yeah.
be really strategic. But I think for at least 3 out of 5 of their players, their default is to just be as aggressive as possible and get those picks. But it's not just dumb aggression, it's calculated aggression. It ends up paying dividends so often.
Mhm.
So I think you just really need to expect that. But also, since we still have the stats up instead of our beautiful faces, which is probably for the better because you know how my face can goes. But Picasso going, I just kind of want to go over that again. He went 11-4-4, which was top ranking for GB. He did 12k damage, almost 13. He went 2-2 on entry. And if you haven't seen the GB Gnomes game, and if you haven't really been around their Discord or just the team in general, you probably don't know. So he's still the IGL, but they've kind of like switched those roles around. He was the primary sniper up until then, and he still picks up the saber every now and then, like we've seen. But now it's more Plepto or Argo or even Domsy every now and then, I think, on the snipers, and it just kind of lets Ikazo, have a and lets him swing like a madman, and he gets those skills when he needs to. So I think that a little role change did him good, and it didn't end up affecting the team dynamic as much because Pleb is a beast on whatever you put in him. You can put him on an SMG or a rifle or a shotgun, or actually I don't know about shotguns. I haven't seen on shotguns or a sniper, and I think he will just do work. Like you say Pleb go kill and Pleb goes kill, and that's pretty much it. So great role change. I'm glad that GB kind of saw, hey, maybe this isn't working as well as we'd want it to. Maybe EK isn't feeling the snipers anymore. Let's just, try and putting someone else on that instead of trying to force it. And, I think the adaptability that indicates is just huge for a team.
No, definitely. I mean, yeah. I mean, we saw it in so many of those rounds. Pleb Doh was like popping off, getting those early picks, right? Getting even if it wasn't, let's say, the opening pick, right? He was still in these corners, and even if it wasn't a kill, he was still doing so much damage. We saw it on when YY was attacking on C store, right? Everyone's looking to push that green door. Who's chilling at the window, ready to try and get a pick? Plebdo doesn't quite
Yep.
get the first kill, but that's already 130 damage, right? Being dished out onto the side of YY. That's one member who's pretty much out for the count. He needs to stay in that back line because like a single Gruber shot to the head and you're gone, like you're done. So they
Yep.
do
Pretty much.
need to be careful.
All right. Let's see. I see players are typing in chat. Okay. So GB's queuing. We're just waiting for Yakuza to also queue up. But I think the game two is nigh. So there you go. Yeah, Yakuza also ready, and so they will queue shortly. We'll get into a game shortly. Predictions for game two: do Yakuza bring it back and
Ooh.
maybe even ultimately win, or does GB just close it out 2-0?
Oh
What do you
Lord.
think?
Okay. I mean, just from statistics wise, I'm no math man. Listen, I'll tell you that. I'm not good with numbers. I'll tell you that much. Okay. But just looking from the numbers, I'm seeing, even though, right, we did say stats
Yep.
are not as indicative. If GB continues to perform the way they already did, then I think we're going to see GB take this thing home. But that is
Okay.
not to say that YY doesn't have huge room to surprise me because I mean they've shown us, especially in those first couple of rounds, they have what it takes. They just need to be careful, right? They need to anticipate, like you were saying, those hyper aggressive plays that come out from GB. They need to know kind of, okay, what is our best point of entry? How do we want to execute this plan correctly? Who needs to be where, right? And if the plan doesn't work, what are we going to fall back onto? And if they can
Yep.
do that, give that 120%, I think they definitely still have a chance to be in this thing. What about you?
For sure. I don't want to. I will abstain myself from predicting because last time I did, I get called a shill for a specific team. So I'm just kind of gonna, I'm gonna let it play out and then talk about it. But I just want to stress it again, like how very upsetting it is to me that we're gonna lose one of the arguably best two teams in the lower bracket so early on. These are the teams that were supposed to go at it back and forth in the grand finals in the best of five, and it's all going to be cut short just because they both lost very early on. GB lost to Gnomes, and Yakuza lost to Kitara, if I'm not mistaken. So, losing one of these teams, like specifically I've mentioned that so many times before, and it's still not quite setting in. Like, everyone talks up GB, and then after that, everyone talks up like Yakuza, and then maybe even Gnomes.
Mm.
And just having the grand finals, even the semifinals, without one of those teams is just unreal to me. But we are in a game, so my rant will have to be cut short.
Absolutely. And all right, we're starting now. Round two, baby. This is make or break for Yakuza. If they throw it here, they're done. They're gonzo. They're out of this thing. All their work is going to be for naught. But if they can take this round home, they have yet another shot to move on to the finals.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we got
Okay.
here. There we go. Now I'm actually loaded in. All right,
Yeah,
so we're
this is
starting
like
off.
the the
Yeah.
random few seconds when you're loading and you're just like, oh, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say?
Okay, so we are gonna be starting out on factory. Okay, I'm liking this load. I'm liking this little look of factory here.
Full factory.
Now
You know,
the
it has the docks,
yeah.
it has the office, it has storage, it has the lights and server. Like, if you just said like, if you handed me a blank sheet of paper and just said, hey, let draw me a factory, like any factory, I think this is something that you would wind up with. It's like
Oh,
a very
definitely.
vanilla factory.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not the ugly donut factory. I don't know if you've seen that before.
I have, dude.
Oh my
The
god,
green donut factory, man.
donut! I love you. I don't love the map. I've told you that before. But Flogo's shutting me out on the map. That's cute.
Oh man. All right, but let's see what we're going with here. All right, so looking like okay, might just save. Oh no, they're not going to save any charges. You're actually Argo going to go ahead and kick down that green door. Have the rest of his team rotate over to server farm. I gotta say, damn, this server farm is looking nasty for defenders. So many windows you can toss flashbangs in, and they have the same in that green door as well. Argo and Domsy are in storage. That's gonna put a little bit of pressure on YY as they're slowly being pinched. And if they don't hold on to the server farm, they are going to be, I was gonna say between a rock and a hard place, but it's more like just between a GB and a GB. But yeah, you get the point. You get the point. And they're gonna go ahead and flash in, and they are in server farm. So it's looking like Plepto probably gonna go and hit the lights. Yep, there we go. Just like that, we are gonna be fighting in the dark, and then it's gonna be a lot harder for Ghetto to pull off those mob shots. See somebody with the NVGs being on. It's a bit of a slow round this time around. Not as much chaos as both teams are really waiting for that first kind of opening duel, opening engagement that will give them the opportunity to move into the site. Kazo trying to get some little cheeky pre-fire here. Not quite going to find anything. Ghetto still holding that angle. The dog very hard. Flogo getting shot at. He's just like, where the hell that come from? Oh, but Ghetto is going to go down. And just like that, Tommy will get the refrag on Domsy, though. And now there's the chaos we were talking about. They're going to take out Photon as well. Plebdo is on site. Wait for the opportunity to get the bomb. Argo is going to go down, but ooh, very nice. Very nice kill from Snapchat and Plebdo. Sheesh, indeed. And just like that, GB take the first round. Absolutely sweep and clear textbook. And they're going to go ahead and defuse the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of came to me. This is gonna get clipped, but watching GV play is kind of like watching, like one of those wild animals on Animal Planet. It's like one of those like cheetahs or something. When they're so sneaky, they slowly get in position, and then they just like strike so insanely fast you don't even see them coming. Like you need to watch a slow replay of the round to even see what the hell happened. Because once they're in position, once they have everyone where they need to be, the utility comes out, the swings come out, and they're like very coordinated swings as well. As like two people swinging together, or watching the cutoffs, and everyone just falls under their bullets. There's really not much you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like some Steve Attenborough. Like, here we see a wild Plepto with a high-powered machine gun peeking the corner, and you just see the whole of YY fall.
We've been asked to pause, by the way. I assume Roach is
Oh,
gonna do that, the
all
production boy.
right.
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure about the rulebook and the the pauses, but I just got a notification that Coop just launched up his game, so I assume he crashed and we kind of missed it.
Damn.
Who knows? Who knows?
Gonna have
Is
to
he
wait
still
to
in?
see.
No clue.
Um,
Because the UI gets bugged. Like even if he DC'd, he may not be in the UI. So are we
hmm.
pausing, Mr. Roach? Okay, we
Yeah,
have
Kaz was saying
paused.
it's gonna
We have
throw
paused.
pause.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. We
So they
get
did
we
call
get
for a pause. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it was Coop DCing. He just kind of there we go. Dot's game broke. So we have a little bit of time, and sadly, I feel like Rehouse always happen going from round one to round two, and you just don't have much to talk about because one round is just not an indicator, especially not on in due process where not only you switch maps between rounds, but they're also always different. So one round is so very little to talk about, but you know,
Yeah. No,
what
that's
do
fair.
you think? What do you think about GB, about why just off that one factory round?
Yeah, I mean, once again, right, it was just kind of they were able to hold their own, but they just once again they didn't anticipate that okay, they're gonna kick down through green door, right? Maybe we
Yep.
should be holding either you gotta really like kind of divvy up your forces, right? You realize that if you let them take control of that green door and as well as server farm, like you have literally nowhere to go. We saw that they were like I was saying, they were stuck between a GB and a GB. They had they literally had the bottom right part of that map, the office area, and then the bomb site itself to kind of play around in. They couldn't really move anywhere, and it's so hard to watch like two angles at once because it's like you turn left, you're gonna get shot in the back of the head from, let's say, I don't know, Argo, who's just kind of chilling there, right? Or you turn
Oh
to the
my
right,
god,
you're gonna get
Argo.
shot in the back of the head from a Kazo with the saber. So is what is he writing? Oh god.
He
So it's
he
just
wrote. I know people can't see it because we're showing stats, but Argo just wrote Fortnite Battle Royale in very big letters across the.
very nice, very nice. Might
Very
not be the
nice.
right game, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, just from that one round, it's definitely looking again. It's like GB kind of know what they're doing. They've got like a very nice strategies going on, and YY's just kind of falling a little short, not quite anticipating what's going down.
Yep, agreed. And once again, I oh oh wow, I'm being shouted out on the map again. This time it's by Sachi. That is very kind of him.
Got a whole
I'm
lot of
getting
fans.
I'm getting like smileys and hearts and
Damn, I'm
there
getting
we go,
jealous.
there we go. Let's go. No, 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 he got you, he got you. We'll just go
Yeah.
high echo. Let's
Let's go,
go.
Sachi. I love
Oh,
you.
wait, no, no. How about high roach though, bro, bro? Okay. Dot's game still broken. At least that's what they say in chat. So we. Oh my
Uh-oh.
god.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god. I'm being.
Uh-oh.
I'm taking Melvin's spot. I'm now a traitor, apparently. I think we might need a restart, is what Flogel says, which could be a problem. How do we handle those?
Hmm. We'll
No.
have to see what our overlord Roach has to say about that.
The rule would be to play a half in it, says Sachi in chat, and I think that is it. We'll see, we'll see. But in the meanwhile, I guess we gotta be entertaining. So you mentioned you partied yesterday, or you were up super long. What'd you do?
Yeah, I wish I was partying, bro. I wish.
Oh,
If you can call sitting in front of the computer playing some league partying, hey, then I was having a romp of a time. Nah, I mean, I just had some video editing I had to do as well for like
uh,
another org that I was casting for, and I got some stuff to do there, sending out some applications, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna be actually, dude, I'm hyped. I'm gonna be working for the Japanese Pro League for League. I'm gonna be casting for them. So
oh,
yeah,
oh,
that's huge.
oh,
That's huge. Yeah. So I got some
bro.
that's some stuff I got to be doing for that, and just some more application I wanted to write.
Is that where Echo comes from?
It is,
The
yeah. I was thinking,
yeah.
yeah, it is. It is indeed. Okay, yeah. I was thinking of maybe one of these days I might do like maybe a little bit of a rebrand though, and just go with like Echo, like ECHO. That's that way it's a little bit more kind of easier, and also like a bit more like all game friendly, something like that. You never know.
Yeah,
We gotta see. We gotta see.
I've been thinking about like a rebrand as well. So
I
we
feel
will
that.
see. But we are waiting on ref ruling, like they said in chat. And again, I don't think you can see any of that. We're still showing stats and just kind of talking. I don't know. Maybe we just want to go back to face cams. We want to show our beautiful faces again or
Yeah,
something
for
since
real.
we've been on those
Come
stats for
on,
a
Roach. I'm
long time.
trying to
I,
present
I'm
myself to the people here. Come on, give them what they want to see. That's what they're here for. Me and Boxy. Come on.
well, mostly you.
Aw, thank you.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think
here we
there's much
are.
we can talk about from the stats, like just from
Hey,
like Pepto and
I,
all that. Hey,
I,
let's go,
I,
let's go.
I don't know if you remember, but you promised us a tour of the closet, like the shoe
Oh
closet,
no.
once
Oh,
when we were waiting for a
I
rehost. We
did,
were
I
promised
did.
one.
Oh crap, you just gotta do me like that. That's true. I might just. Oh man, we do need to fill for some time. I might just have to do that. Okay.
Oh,
I guess we could. I guess we could. Okay.
oh,
We'll do the first row. Okay.
yes,
I'll do the first row for you guys. Okay.
let's go.
Now, I need to preface this by saying that I'm love me or hate me, I'm an absolute Jordan 1 freak. Okay. I love Jordan 1s to the day that I die. And they are my absolute most favorite shoe. And so, okay, I'll get the first one. Okay. At the top, right? Okay. We got the Obsidian Jordan 1s. Okay. Very nice,
Oh,
chic model.
oh,
Nice blue, very clean. Not too much crease, a little bit of crease. I
oh
cry,
my
but it is what it is.
god.
Okay. Yeah. Then next up on the list, we've got these, my customs I made myself. Yeah. They came out pretty nicely. They came out pretty nicely.
They're wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, right. Okay. Then after that one, we got the golden toes for
Okay.
more of a chic night out. You never know. You know, gotta whip out the gold. Sometimes you gotta do it soon. Then move on. We got the turbo greens. You already know how we do. You never know. Sometimes you need a little
God.
bit of a turquoise in your life. Lighting's a little bit off, so you can't really see the turquoise, but you get the idea.
God, bro,
Yes,
this guy has
sir.
so many
It doesn't
shoes.
end, bro. It doesn't end, bro.
Oh my
That's right.
god.
Got the homage to Holmes. It's a little like two color action. That's right. White and red. Yes, sir. You already
Oh,
know. You already know. Then
bro,
next up,
I
it
low key
keeps going, bro.
jealous.
I mean, it's not gonna end. We can do this whole stream. It's just gonna be this, bro. Just gonna be
Low,
this. The
low
clay
key
greens.
jealous,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh
Bro, I'm just
no.
gonna get called a flexer at this point, bro. Oh my god. Okay.
Uh,
Then we got these, the Paris Saint Germains. Yes, sir. It's hard to see. Can I get my phone? Let's
what
see.
is
Let's see if
it?
this shows on. See if this shows on stream because the swoosh itself is actually like it's reflective. It's not
Oh
going to
my
show because
god.
my camera doesn't want to work with me. Oh well, you get the idea though. In the sunlight, it looks pretty cool. So you can imagine
This
it.
guy, man. I don't think I've ever owned as many shoes as he has, like, behind him. What is
Yes, sir.
this?
And then the last one that we'll show for just for today. I can't show everything. I gotta keep
Oh yeah.
some intrigue. But these are the grails. These are the off white ones. These are the grails. These are my babies. I will die for these. I will
Oh.
die for these.
Oh my god. I don't even I don't even want to ask how much you dropped on those. Oh my god.
Don't. Dude, I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud of it. I'm
Don't.
not don't, dude. I'm not proud of it. That's why I gotta
It was
start
a
getting paid for
moment of
tasking, bro.
weakness.
It was a moment of weakness, exactly. Multiple moments of weakness. Multiple, exactly. Yeah, that's the first row. That's the first one. Maybe next maybe another stream. We'll get the second row in another stream. We'll get with that. We'll get with
Yeah.
that. How was your day though so far, man? I mean, I guess you only
Um
just woke up, so I guess how was the
I
day before
literally
that?
yeah, I don't know. I ate breakfast slash dinner, like whichever
Ooh,
way you look
okay.
at it. And
You
that is
drippy
it.
with it?
Yeah, that is what I've had. But oh, on the live stream because the delay, your shoe
Mm.
tour is just about to start. So
So we get to see the chat. Let's go. Oh, dude, the chat is either gonna be just actually like, dude, what are you doing? You stop the flexing, or like people are gonna be like hype.
yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
All right. So well, you're also you're 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 also with at your standing desk, by the way. You were saying
Yeah.
about that, like he was like, I
Oh,
have a standing
dude,
desk. I
y'all
always
ain't
move
ready
so
for this
much,
one, bro. Later, y'all going later. I'll see y'all
bro.
later. It's going
This
down later. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'm about to be out of frame. I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna get weird. Now I have to like crouch down to be at the mic. Let me just gotta wait for that to get back up. We'll get around to come on.
God.
Ooh, my my monitor. No. Oops. Oh, one of the phone plates on the back got stuck on the There we go. Okay, scuffed screen. There we
Okay,
go.
we got
My
it. We
whole
got it.
next thing you know, the whole like desk is just gonna collapse. I'm just gonna die under my desk, bro. That's the one way to go out. DPL, just kind of I die for the cause, bro.
Okay, so it looks like GB decided to, enforce one of the rules, so they will only let. I'm just waiting for the confirmation, but by the looks of it, it looks like. Yeah, so GB want to keep playing, which means that the only time that a reset can happen in which Coop or Dot or whatever you know as can join is at half, so either round 1 or round 7, which
Ooh.
means Flogel and company will need to play without a player 5
Oh
more rounds before
Lord.
they can actually restart, which is,
Wow.
it makes sense with how the game is built because
Yeah.
there's 6 different maps and you've already played one. It would be unfair to just load into something else. But on the other hand, it's a very bad rule. Just in the terms of like now someone is forced to play without a player because they can't reconnect.
Yeah.
So I've seen suggestions of revising the rule in chat as well between the players, and that probably should happen. Or if at some point the devs could add a reconnect option that is
Yeah, for
more
real. Please,
reliable.
bro. Like
The game
they
is
gotta
still
get
in
on.
beta,
Yeah.
we can't fault them. Obviously, especially with the low dev power that they have, the manpower. So it's really just the lesser of two evils here. But it is what it is, and we're finally resuming round 2, and now everything has to be deleted.
Oh my
Fortnite
god.
Battle Royale, Joe. Our shoutouts got deleted at least. So, unpaused round 2 and a 5v4 for GB, the team that was already winning both game 1 and then round 1 of this game. They now have a constant 5v4. Between the games, we were speaking about how. Okay, internet moment. We're back. Between the games, we were speaking about how I can just tell because it keeps popping up like on my game. It just keeps saying lag detected, lag detected. So I know I'm probably cutting out in this. Well, it's like a Sachi moment, but we've been speaking about how Yakuza just need to not lose people early. We were looking at their stats, their entry stats, and we've seen that most of the rounds they were the people that lost the first player, and now they will be playing in a 45 Premier League, which means not only they can't afford to lose players
Oh
earlier,
Lord.
they also need to get the entry, and that will be tough. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it was already an uphill battle. Now it's just I don't even know what comes after an uphill battle because now it just got 10 times harder with a man down. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But at least they will be starting out on a defense, so they might be able to rack up some rounds here because defense always kind of known for you can do those more like hit and run tactics. So maybe if they play
Yeah.
their cards right, they can kind of get some early picks and then utilize just the clock right, run it down, kind of pressure the attackers to have to rush that bomb. And when they do that, you can kind of make them slip up, make mistakes, and then capitalize on that.
Alrighty, so let's see what actually happens in the Hill House, and this is one of the the club is still very big, but at least there's not a lumberyard that accounts for half of the map, so that's a
Yeah,
winner if you ask me.
that's definitely a win right there. So no like long peak
Oh,
swing
there is
angles
a
are gonna be going
lumberyard.
down.
I'm
Yeah, this is a
I'm
small one, but
blind.
it's a tiny little like cutout, so it's not
Yeah.
even that much of a big deal. But the Kaza will be kind of holding down that front part of lumberyard. Tommy realizing okay, something going down in the hallway here, so he's gonna go ahead and reposition. Now we got the whole game looking to move in. Gonna go ahead and smoke off that hall so that Flogo can't quite get them. Maybe Flogo should just chill in the smoke, though, honestly. Just kind of wait. But he's gonna go ahead and just play things safe. I'm trying to see. Oh no! You can't wall bang through that hall, like that
Nope.
hall. Well, that would have been perfect otherwise. But unfortunately, won't be able to. So Tommy is gonna be alone there on site. Dickens left bang was able to just barely escape the cover flag coming out from Photon, but it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna go down to Sachi. Very nicely done. Dom's
Oh,
gonna get that kill as well, and down goes Sleepy Photon as well. Why I don't know, but Ghetto gonna pick up a kill as well. There was a KR. Very nicely done. Gonna get Klepto. Gonna get Argo. Gonna get two.
oh,
Good job. Well done, Ghetto. Why am I praising him like he's a son or something? I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's got to get 3 more chess pieces off the board, though, if he wants to win this thing. And he's going up against a Mop and a Saber. So it's not going to be an easy feat. They're going to just keep suppressing him every time he tries to peek that door. And he's going to go down.
yeah, nice valiant attempt from Ghetto, but he can't really do much, in a what was it, a 4v3? Yeah, sorry, 4v1. Yeah, that's what it was. And
Yeah.
like you said, a Saber, actually no, it was a
Saber and
1v5.
Mop
He
and
got two, yeah. It was, I don't know, Saber Mop APs, the whole shebang coming out from
Yeah.
GB, and it's showing that Coop is missing from Yakuza. Playing a 4v5 is always hard, and then you're going up against a team that is often still referred to as the best team, even if they've lost to Gnomes recently, and you're in for not a very fun time.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to go ahead and scavenge a little bit. We see Seichi picking up the KR there. So that's going to definitely be quite devastating on the side of a YY being used against him. It just packs such a punch.
Yup. Okay, these loading screens are so long. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they are
My
actually
game.
taking forever.
Okay, this was an extra long one, so I thought I kind of crashed there. But I think we're good. I hear the music
Yeah.
again. There we go. C store the last one of the split. And then Yakuza have to also defend, or rather attack, excuse me, the same 3 maps. And then we can finally remake and get Coop in. But by that point, if it keeps going the way it's going right now, it could be a 6-0. And, you can't really host. But then again,
Yeah, no, things not looking too well for the side of YY, but I always say it's not over till it's over. And I always like to say that confidence is a killer. So with every round that GB stacks under their belt, there is always a chance that they start to get cocky and maybe make mistakes. And if you can capitalize on that, then you might just be able to come back into this game. So we're gonna have to see what the game plan is here. Okay, it looks like Sachi really just spelling it out for us here now.
oh
Open.
my god.
From, I
Open
can't read that
from.
mumble jumble that he's typing there.
Uh,
Unfortunately, the drawing skills are not quite there yet. He's just
oh
gonna
my
erase it.
god.
So but we do see the wall charge icon is going down on that big portion of the storefront. So maybe we'll see some like a 2-3 split, have 2 people going through bathroom, kind of clear out the freezer, and have 2 people go in through storefront, kind of clear out that whole area.
Yep.
Teller is definitely going to be dangerous. You've got that the little peek hole going to be looking down long range, but it will not be holding the bomb. So that's definitely a nice thing for the attackers and pretty bad for the side of YY.
Yeah, I'm just kind of stuck at Sachi writing it down. I felt like, when you have like a 4-year-old kid and he just writes his first letters down, and even though you can't read what he just said, you're super proud of him. So good job, Sachi.
Yeah, we're all proud of you. Oh my god.
Spelling 3000.
That's my boy. All right, so we're gonna let's see. Let's see. So we got Tommy and Flogel chilling in freezer, understandably so. Okay, it's only gonna be Flogel actually chilling in freezer with the auto shotgun. Hopefully he can make something happen. And there it is, that 2-3 split we were talking about. Saichi and Akazo gonna be at storefront, and they're gonna go ahead and kick down the door, and they're looking to just rush this thing. Flogel gonna start spraying in, not quite gonna get anyone though, and now they know that he's in there. They're gonna hit him with a little 2-pronged attack, and Flogel has been eliminated. He will be frozen and thawed out later. But okay, Klepto going down. Tommy in it. He's gonna go ahead and I did not mean to make that reference. I came out front. We're gonna go over that. But Ghetto picking up a kill on Sachi. Very nicely done. The Knack boys are getting the work done. And just like that is a 2-on-3. Once again, we see Argo, Akazo, and Domzy. Oh my god, Argo just runs in, just blasts him to bits. And now Ghetto is going down to Argo. He whips out the Audi. The Audi? What
the Audi?
The auto shotgun. The auto shotty. I can't words anymore, bro. The Audi.
English hard,
man.
English hard.
I'm about to just switch to German, bro, and stay with that, honestly. English too hard for me.
Well, you're German? I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. I am half German. My mom, my whole mom's side of the family is like hard German. They're from Bavaria, so it's like hard German, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
German DP cast twin.
Oh, okay. Yo, y'all, you set up too many bits for me, man. I gotta hire you as like my manager or something. My man coming up with bits for me on the spot, bro.
Bro, I was forced to take like 5 years of German, and I don't know how to say anything anymore, but I used to. I used to. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it do be like that. Yeah. No, and I went to a German school here in the States as well, here in Washington. So
okay.
Yeah, I've grown up with it ever since I went to school, from kindergarten all the way to graduation. It is what it is. Speaking of graduation, though, Global Breakout is looking to graduate from the losers bracket and maybe move on here. They are 3-0. Thank you. Right, dude. I was like, damn, that's kind of smooth. I'm not gonna lie, but it is 3-0 here, and we are back on Factory.
Yep, perfect moment because my internet moment just stopped happening. But let's take a look at possible pushes. Obviously, we've seen GB already go for this one, and they blue red late, English hard, like you said, and then also had a main force. Actually, just 2 people, I think, pushing storage, the green doors. So, it's very possible that YY decide to go for something similar. They could also blow dock or office. Office here is like, I don't know, you get the bottom right part of the map, and then you can kind of contest storage from it as well. But no one's really going to be playing storage. And, the windows are only on the left side of the map, which also gives you a view of, like, dock, and then maybe some pipe works, but nothing deep, really. Like, the main problem clearing out as an attacker is probably going to be the upper pipe works, maybe even server farm. So, office here, in my book, doesn't make much sense unless you're going for some, like, rush play, off meta, whatever you want to call it. So, I think a server farm green flit is what makes a lot of sense. You could obviously also eco, because we've seen YY do that a few times. You could just kind of yeet yourself into those green doors and just, save for next. But we'll see what actually ends up happening.
I think you're 100% right, because I think that's why that push worked so well from the side of GB, because you just look at the map, right? If you only have like this section to play with, there's so little angles you can actually watch. But if they were to come through office, they have that whole like top left server farm area, right, where they have those extra doors they can use for cover. They have all these extra angles they can pick. They can turn off the lights when they want to. So it definitely, like you were saying, it definitely would be kind of like a 2-3 storage server farm kind of push deal. Kind of so herd them together like they're sheep, kind of bring them all together in the center of like pipeworks / dock area. That way there's not much places that they can go, and then it's like shooting fish in a barrel. And if you're already one man down, that's kind of the advantage that you need. But it's looking like they're not going to be listening to us at all.
No, they're actually going to go office. The one place that I said, hey, I don't think you should go there. They're going there, man. I don't know. And they will just 4-man rush it. Smokes are coming out. Server flashes. Ghetto kind of behind on his team, but Sachi gets taken off. Tommy gets 1, though. Argo will have to contest office. The support on is there. He just heats up there with his trusty neck. Domzy actually gets a second one. Nice molly. but it's a 2v4 at the moment. Not looking too good for Yakuza.
Oh my
The Photon
god.
also gets taken off, and now at this point, if you're Ghetto, you just try and get the Clacker maybe, or just stay outside and save the
Oh no,
Saber.
Argo,
That's
don't
what
do
you're
it,
gonna do,
Argo.
Argo. Argo just a second too late, but he manages to get away, or rather, let's Ghetto get away.
1 HP, bro. Ghetto has a 1 HP, but it's
Oh
like we said,
no.
right? It's just literally like we said. Do not
Team
go
building
offense, bro.
exercises?
Yeah, team building exercise in the van. Get to it. But it's like you literally said. It's like going through offense is not the play here because it's like there's so many angles that you can be watching from. You try to peek through that left window. Yeah, you've got like 16 different angles from Pipeworks, server farm, dock that they can watch. You try to go into storage. There's that one single door and they have like 3 different angles on you as well, and there's so much room for the side of GB to play with, and I feel like that's just kind of the issue with YY right now. They're taking those kind of like really obvious kind of pushes that like at first glance that you might be like, oh, you know, we breached, monkey brain breaching through here, you know, but it's like when you really start to kind of sit down and think about it, it's like that is probably not the best idea. And we saw it exactly kind of play out the way you predicted it. My man Big Brain, like he straight up said, if they push through there, they're going to get absolutely shredded. And they did.
Yeah. So, well, what do you change here if you are Yakuza? We've mentioned this countless times. It's a super unfavorable game for them. They are in a 4v5, but can
That's
they
true,
do
though.
anything at all to make it better? To
Oh,
maybe stop the bleeding, cauterize the wound just until Coop can get back on in another 2 rounds? What can they do?
first of all, you need like a damn flamethrower to cauterize that wound because it's big. It's gushing, bro. They're running out of blood real quick right about now. But I mean, it's definitely like I was saying before. It's just not going for these like kind of like really easy like pushes that we've been seeing, right? Really like sitting down. I mean, you get like what, like a whole minute to plan, right? Take that time,
Yeah.
really kind of like just take a step back and observe the map. Kind of take, you know, that the side of GB is a very, like we were saying before, a very hyper aggressive team. So you know they're going to be watching these particular angles that are going to give them good sight lines onto where you're coming from. So you got to plan accordingly and try and kind of, you know, you need to also play your, well, I would say your strengths, but it's like you need to realize you're a man down. That's even like less kind of like that you can fail, basically, right? So it's like
Yep.
you need to play to the fact that you have 4 people. So you really, really need to take the time to plan out these moves. Make sure that when you kind of push somewhere, right, it's like, okay, we have a little bit of room for error here. If this push doesn't work out, we can't go one way. We can still kind of, you know, turn around, go this way instead, and things might still work out. Or you need to be like, okay, we're expecting them to kind of be in this like server farm dock area instead, like we were saying. Go for the server farm red door, right? Have someone flash through those tall windows. What are they gonna? They can't do anything about that. If you flash those top windows, they have to look away. They're literally forced to look away. You breach that door. You rush in. You try and get that first pick. Even if someone doesn't get that first pick, you know, hopefully you have your teammate behind you that'll get the refrag, and that's all you need. You just need that first pick to kind of give you the confidence to keep going.
Agreed. And I do wonder what they'll do here. I feel like, at least for me personally, it's like kill hazards are hardest for me to predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's so much room for play, so many rooms, so
So
many
chaotic.
possible vantage points. I was going to kind of talk about this, and they have, you know, at least marked the charge and the hold door, and I was talking about like maybe just opening up this, having like one person, maybe even 2, just watch the rotates, and then having your main for reception. They only need 1 on flank watch for office. So I think that would make a lot of sense, but then doesn't see this, but there's a barbed wire here, just kind of ready, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be an instant barbed wire, or if it's gonna be a late round barb, but I don't know, just off the fact that I don't think many teams will be contesting this whole way. You know, maybe the early blow is kind of a waste, but Klepto is actually gonna be playing there, so what do I know?
Oh yeah, and look at that, Doms. Yeah, see, they need to be expecting this. I would have said go around the other way because Domsy's already holding that angle, right? He's looking to get that saber shot.
Already know.
Yeah, they already know. The moment someone peeks, they're gonna try and get that saber shot. Unfortunately, he is gonna miss, but that's what I'm talking about. You need to be expecting those things because we've seen it time and time again. We see them doing this. No smoke gonna go down in hallway. They don't even care. They're just gonna have someone. Looks like Tommy's gonna be watching it. He's gonna run into Plepto, though. They're gonna take him out, and there we go. That's our first kill. But Argo is gonna catch Ghetto out, unfortunately, and just like that, Flogo gonna go down too. Oh my God, Photon taken out, and it's all up to Tommy. He's in a 1v4. He has a KR, so he's gonna hit pretty hard. He's gonna pack quite a punch. but he needs to be careful. Yaokuza with a bit of spray through one, trying to get something done. Not quite going to connect anything, though. Tommy, Seichi's going to rush him, going to get Seichi. Very nicely done. Argo with the neck. Don't go outside. Don't do it, bro. He's going to do it, and he will pay the price. He's going to go down, and just like that, it's a 1-on-2. Domsy with the mop, and Yaokuza with the KR. Oh, Domsy misses the shot. Tommy needs to hit this. He hits it. This might just be it. This might just be it. 1-on-1. Tommy needs to be very careful about his movements right now. Doesn't want to make any noise. Yaokuza can just chill. He just has to chill, run the clock down. Tommy's incredibly low 1 KR shot to the body will seal the deal. They're about to run into each other. Tommy, does he know?
No.
I don't know if he does. It's going to be
go
close.
For the ace.
Why is someone using the blender in my background? This is the hype moment. Stop using the blender. God damn it. I'm going to have to talk to someone about that. Anyways, Tommy on the bomb. Going to start the diffuser process. Trying to bait Yaokuza out so he can reveal himself. But Yaokuza knows what's going on. He's just going to... Oh, that's going to take him out.
For it. Ace denied. What a try from Tommy, though.
For real, though.
That was so close. If there was one round that Yaokuza should have won during the series, it was this one. Tommy pulled all the stops. He got all the kills that he needed to, but somehow, some way, it was not enough. And, again, we're just back to, hey, they're playing 4v5. They just had that one extra man. Yeah. That probably would have been around for Yaokuza. And it's super sad. It's super anticlimactic that, this big clash between these big two teams is going to end this way. I'm not a fan of that.
That's true.
But then again, both teams are playing for money here. You don't show mercy in times like this.
You gotta uphold the rules, right? It's like you can't make exceptions. I mean, like it definitely sucks that this happened, but you gotta keep it fair. It is what it is. That was either way though. Tommy with a very amazing performance there. Very nice try, just so close. Unfortunately, did get taken just too low, but did fall a bit short. And now they are running out of breathing room right now. They have about one more round that they can... Well, no, they can't even afford to lose this next round. Otherwise, it will be 6-0, and they would have to tie it.
Yep. I mean, worst comes to worst. We have seen, like I said earlier, GB come back from 0-6 to tie it and then win the next one. And that is something that Yaokuza could potentially do. But do they...
Yeah. You're still loading. You got a little boxing moment at the end there, I'm afraid.
I mean, I'm just saying, can Yaokuza somehow claw their way back up from a 0-6 to 6-6 and then winning the next?
I mean, it's hard.
Now history's repeating itself, but it's flipped around.
Oh my god, it really is though. But I mean, Tommy showed us, man, like he has some skills in him, bro. He definitely has what it takes. He just needs his team to kind of uplift him a little bit. Even, it might even be like straight up, I'm gonna just keep it real. Y'all go in, get him nice and low for me, right? Get the picks so that I could come in and clean up and finish the job since they are already one man down. But it is going to be tricky. I'm curious to see what the plan is going to be. They've got the little team building exercises hopefully going on in the van. Hopefully they took the time to plan as well, and they'll be able to execute a strategy. I would really like to see a team go through Shed. We have not seen a single team go through Shed on this map yet, but it's looking like they're not gonna listen.
So the thing is, when you get into storage, it's kind of a funnel point. You can have people swinging from arcade, you have people swinging from freezer. There's a lot of wallbang room as well. So I think that is like avoided.
Photon though. Photon did get that first pick. That's nice to see. Argo shotgun against shotgun, but Argo comes out on top. He just whips out the beast and gonna take out Photon. Argo looking to get a few more kills. He did get flashed though, taken out by Flogo. And just like that, it is a 3-on-3 and things are winnable. Kazo trying to get a peek, not gonna get him against Flogo though. He's gonna take out Flogo. Very nicely done. He's so incredibly low though. Tommy taking out Seichi. Can't quite get the flick though to take him out. He's gonna take out Kazo. It's up to Ghetto against Pletto. Needs to be careful though because Pletto does have the mop and he's gonna hit the shot.
6-0 match point, and I think finally a restart for Yaokuza, but it's gonna be too little too late, even if Coop comes on now. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if Yaokuza just say GG, go next, but sadly there's no next for them. I'm not sure if they will actually, close the lobby, restart. Yes, they will. Okay, restart time. So I think we're just gonna go back to our faces, back to the stats, and then we'll see what's up. But GB, once we load back into the game, only need one more single round to close this out to advance to losers round 3, while Yaokuza gets knocked out completely.
Yeah, either it's so sad to see as well because I mean They were, especially these last round. It was a little too little, too late. Nice, dude. It was too little, too late for them, right? But we really saw in these last 2 rounds them really pop off and showing that even with only 4 men, they are able to still get the job done. Unfortunately, just falling a little bit short. They were never able to get the mop out of Plebdo's hands, and so he was always able to kind of get some members of the team low or get the kill in this case in that last round. But we do see just Tommy and Ghetto playing their hearts out here, really
Okay.
showing why they deserve to be here, you know?
We're not having a restart, by the way. Photon at
Ah,
least said that we're not restarting. I think Mental is shattered, and rightfully so. It's just an unfortunate, set of, I don't know, events. The
yeah,
coup FPS drop slash game crashes slash not being able to put up the rule that it is, and make it revised before next season. But it's hard to please everyone. It's hard to make something that's fair yet
yeah,
doable in the current scope of the game. Excuse me. So you gotta see both sides here. And again, we're playing for money. We're playing for the major championship title. This is not an open. This is not a random tournament. This is it. And if you have the advantage, you will not just let it slip out of your hands.
yeah,
So
absolutely. It is. It's hard to watch, but at least there is a silver lining that YY is not just taking the line down, right? They've been showing us these last couple of rounds that they still fight tooth and nail, right, to the last man, even if they're 1 man down. And they have been showing us some stellar performances. It's not like it's just been, they're 1 man down and now they're getting absolutely annihilated by GP. It's always these last 2 rounds, especially, it's been like a 1-on-1 or like a 2-on-1 and just barely falling short.
yep. So kill them. Probably it for Yakuza. If we're completely honest here.
Yeah, gotta keep it real, gotta keep it 100 with the chat. It's like things are not looking good. And I think even if they were to tie it, they're still gonna lose all over. So unfortunately, they're just gonna be playing for honor, and they're gonna rush into pit, no fear, gonna
Oh
take out Akaza with the charge.
no!
But Argo's gonna pick up one. He will go down in return, and it's
Oh my
absolute chaos. They will
god!
not go silently into that good night. They're gonna rush right in, and it's all down to Sachi with the suppressed grouper. Needs to hold his own. All his brothers have fallen. It's a 3-on-1. Ghetto with the saber. Photon with the KR, and they're gonna kill the lights
No.
too. My god, he's gonna die in the dark where no one can see him if he can't hold his own here. And they're just they're making sure that Akazo and Argo are dead, unloading some clips into them before they go back on the hunt. They taste blood and they want Sachi's right about now. Sachi gonna spray through that door. Not quite gonna get any kills though. They're looking to light him up. Flashbang going down, and now they're gonna rush him. Sachi gets
Oh
one.
no!
Can Sachi get two? No, he's gonna go down though. Tommy gonna take him out. He's like, that's for last round. And they are
Finally,
gonna take this
a round for Yakuza, and maybe, just maybe, if they had had Coop join back, they would have stood a fighting chance at least. Obviously, no one expected the rush, and Caster's curse. Just as we said, this is it for Yakuza. They rushed. They got that 1 round. They showed that they aren't completely out yet. But how long can they keep this up for? Is it 1 round? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it none?
Yeah, definitely. It's like now they got that boost of adrenaline right now from that one, but it's like GP definitely gonna look to kind of cut them down to size after that little bit of an embarrassment. They're gonna be like, okay, we cannot let that happen again. So it really is gonna come down to how long can they hold on to this. And I mean, we do see Tommy did pick up the mop, so they're gonna have double snipers. So that's gonna be nice to see. Definitely gonna kind of tip the scales slightly in their favor, in their balance. And they're gonna go ahead and do a little more looting. What if they don't defuse and the bomb explodes? That'd be the saddest way to go out, dude. I don't
No!
want to curse it. I'm just a little worried. I get a little nervous in these kinds of things. Please get a defuse. Come on, get a no, he's gonna let it
No!
no. Okay. Whew.
No! You
Okay.
got it. You got
Okay.
me nervous there. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude. Can't play with
They
my
got
heart
it.
like
They
that,
got
ghetto.
it.
Come on, man. Whew. Oh my god.
Yep. Okay, so they've somehow managed to claw their way through one more round, but it's hard being optimistic for Yakuza here.
That's
My
true.
game is something that I'm not going to read out loud, says Flogel. So maybe he DCs as well. Maybe we see a 3-5 next round. Who knows?
It's just proving grounds for Yakuza. How many people do they need to win? Like, can they win with a 1v5? Can they win with a 2v5?
Oh, this is
Oh
tragic.
no. Maybe you should try restarting. Surely you'll make it back in. Flebdo toxic. Oh my god.
There is. We're
Oh,
actually calling a pause again. Are you allowed
oh
to do that? How
lord.
many pauses per team are allowed? once again, our Overlord Roach will be the one to decide on that. So let's see.
Yes. Hear
Wait.
ye, hear ye. Overlord Roach has a declaration to give. We
Oh
will
my
have
god.
to see what he says. Bring this Flogel fellow in front of the court.
Okay, I'm done. You can unpause.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's been called for an unpause. And yeah.
It's looking at me like Roach will be merciful, in fact. He will let him live another day.
It was a 4v5. We can give him one more pause,
Yeah,
especially if it
exactly.
lets 30 seconds. But it is bank, and it's probably where
Another
Yakuza
L
fall.
shape. Uh-oh. Another
Uh,
L-shaped bank as well. That vault is looking dangerous. If we see something like we saw with YY on the defense, this could be troublesome. But
Another tiny teller, a tiny
yeah.
lobby as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
And it's actually super easy to take in lobby here. When you once you get in, like people can only play behind this one pillar, and then
Exactly.
people can play tower. There's really nothing else you can test. So GB, who are a team that are very known for holding lobby very hard on banks like this, they can either actually just double down, put Argo in the auto shotty in the corner. Actually, they lose auto shot in the last round. I'm not 100% sure.
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did.
Okay, so I mean, we can still see Argo like a nag just ratting in a corner, or just a Tubby for that matter. And then have like one on pillar, one in tellers, or they can just fall back. They can say we'll just hold, accounting the whole way. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll, we'll keep control anywhere else. And keep in mind, loans is not the worst thing to breach either here, so they need to be wary of that as well.
It's it's gonna be a close one to say the least, though. I'm curious how they're gonna play it out here. So we do see, okay, Argo and Bombsy did load in a little early. There goes Akazo. Akazo actually whipping out the Ingmar, so I guess he's gonna be holding that hallway just in case they decide to push through vents. But they have no plans on doing so. This is it, the final assault, perhaps. If they lose it here, they are done. They're playing for honor at this point, but they will keep their honor intact. They're gonna go ahead and breach through entrance. Lebdo gonna take out Flogel. Very nicely done with that KR, but they're gonna take him out in return. That's for their brother, they're saying, as they kill him. And now it is a 3-on-4 once again. Sachi gonna be chilling in security. He's just kind of waiting to see what's gonna go down, get some information for his team. Tommy gonna cycle those doors so they can move in whenever they need to. They do have Tommy with that mop, and it's looking like he's about to run into a Kazo. As soon as he peeks that hallway, I think he has an idea that that might happen. It's gonna come down to, oh, very nice shot by Tommy. Gonna take out a Kazo, and just like that, once again, 3-on-3, things are tied up. This might just be exactly what Y needs. That double sniper on their team is just working wonders for them. They have so much more kind of kill potential. They don't have to worry about those extended trades, but now they need to push into accounting. The Vietnam of bank, dare I say. Just so many angles to hold. There's so little cover. Look at that. Argo is just holding that door. They're going to drop the Molotov. Argo going to peek, but he's not going to quite get anything. Going to get a little bit of damage off, though. Tommy trying to make something happen. Won't quite hit anything, though. But Ghetto looking like he might be the first man on scene with the saber. Can he get some?
Oh,
Oh! Tommy's going to go down to Sachi. Very nicely done. Ghetto trying to get some picks here. Can't quite get anything. But here comes Photon with the flank. Gonna get one. Can he get two? Oh, it's so close.
only 30 seconds left. They need to push out, and they need to
Got
push
it.
out now. Ghetto
Yep.
goes through the barbed wire, but
Ah,
Bombsy's ready for him. He gets the second one as well.
no.
And that is the game and the series for Global Breakout. Once again, a set of, unfortunate events led to the situation we're in right now. Rules may need to be revised, and we're always down for a civil discussion about that in the, I think it's the off-season feedback channel in DPL. Either way, it is what it is. We are playing for money. We are playing for the championship title. Super, super bad situation for Yakuza to find themselves in. But it happens, especially with a game like Due Process still in beta, still unpolished. It will happen, sadly.
Yeah, things
And
will
there's really
happen.
not much you can do about it.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate that it happened this time around in such an anticipated match as well. But unfortunately, they had to work with the cards that were dealt to them. And either way, Yakuza still put up an amazing fight, dare I say. They did not take things lying down. They got some licks in, and they did everything they could.
It happens. Do we even want to run it down through stats here? I guess we can.
Yeah.
Real quick. So We've had Ikazo just over 1k damage, Argo just below 900, Flab on 800, Sachi on 700, and Domsy as well, just a few points below him. On the other side, we've have Coop obviously at 90 damage. He didn't even connect to more than one round. Flogel 317, Ghetto 730, Sleepy Photon 888, and then Tommy with just over 1k, just like Ikazo. And there's honestly not much more to say there. If you look at the entry engagement for Yakuza, they were doing kind of better. 2 and 3, 1 and 1, 0 and 1. Okay, 1 and 3 from Fogel, and then 0 and 0. It wasn't as one sided on the entry segment as it was
Mhm.
in the first game. And that is something we spoke about. That is something Yakuza needed to work on. But like we said, sadly, it happens.
Yeah, fell a
And
little short, unfortunately. Not much they could do there. I mean, already put in such an impossible situation here. It's like this isn't your like average casual match where it's like, okay, one man down, we can still make things work. The others won't be as coordinated. Nah, this is like everyone is on high alert. Like you said, you're playing for money, you're playing for the championship title. So even just that one man down can make all the difference. And despite that, Yakuza still, I mean, an amazing performance to say the least. They still really played with their hearts out, honestly, and
yeah.
I can only say good job to them.
Oh yeah. Pretty much what you've said. I don't think there's much to add. There'll be other majors, and hopefully this doesn't happen by then.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
for the moment, it is what it is. So unless there's anything else to add, this was the only game that's going to get streamed today on the main channel. There was one running in parallel on a secondary stream. So I think we're just going to wrap it up. Thank you everyone for joining in. I hope to see you again tomorrow as we open the stream up at 12 EST, so noon. Um, that is 6 p.m. for my European fellows, or 5 if you're British. And I do hope to catch you tomorrow. It was a pleasure, Echo. I really enjoyed this. We definitely need to do this more often. But
Absolutely, man. I feel the
have a
same,
good
bro.
one. Thanks for the shoot tour as well. Thanks for the floors.
Oh man. Later, everyone.